Hey guys, what's happening? It's DREADSTILL here. I'm gonna dive into a Legacy League today with Jeskai DREADSTILL. This is a deck that is very dear to my heart. I started playing DREADSTILL back in, I want to say 2008, 2007, maybe even possibly. And the deck has gone through a lot of changes over the years. It's nowhere even close to what it used to be back in the day. But the general archetype is you're a Phyrexian Dreadnought deck, so you have Dreadnoughts, you have Stifles, Dress Downs, Daze, Forces, and the way we're trying to make up for all this lost card advantage is we're jamming 4 Standstills with 4 Timeless Dragons. What that lets us do is you can just kind of jam like a turn 2 Standstill and just play more of like almost a control route with all your plows and forces and everything like that. And just kind of dictate the flow of the game, right? Standstill's a card that unfortunately has not seen very much play in recent years, only because of how pseudo-efficient all the threats are in the format now. But I've been coming up with ways to innovate and to try to get it back into the format. It's one of my all-time favorite cards. And yeah, so I'm just going to go over some of the card choices before we begin the league. So we have Dreadnought, Stifles, Dress Downs, Daze, Force of Will, Brainstorm, of course. These are all just legacy staples. We have Plows and 2 endings in the main deck for our removal. We have 4 Standstills, Stubborn Denial. So for 1 mana, if you have a creature of 4 or greater of power, you can counter any non-creature spell. So what that allows us to do is with our Timeless Dragons, if we eternalize them, or if we have Dreadnought in play, it's like a 1 mana Pact negation, essentially. So, really cool card. It's come up clutch a lot for me. And then mana base wise, we're running 7 fetch, 5 basics. We have a few duels. Mystic Sanctuary, which, if you have 3 or more islands, we'll be able to put like one of our plow effects or one of our counter spells on top of our deck. Just a really flexible card. In the board, we have a mountain, couple endings, 4 Price of Progress, 3 Red Blast, 2 Scroll of Fate. So for 3 mana, you can manifest a card from your hand. This just kind of lets us play around removal a little bit easier, that people just trying to load up on removal for the Dreadnought, they're going to have to work for it if they want to kill him, because we can hide any card underneath. And then 3 Fairy, these are just mostly for Reanimator decks. So Price of Progress, basically, the reason that it's in the board is we're trying to bring it in against like Eldrazi style decks. So the idea that you want to try to do is during their end step, let's say they have 6 or, 3 to 4 lands out, you can end step price, then during your upkeep you fetch your Mystic Sanctuary and you can price them again. So depending on how many lands that they have in play, you can actually just one tap them with a single Price of Progress is the general idea behind it. So yeah, guys, this is the list. I hope you really like it, and let's see how we do. All right, round 1. I will keep this. Basic Island, okay. I think I'm going to lead on Wasteland because I'd rather have my waste wasted than my Volcanic Island. Okay, this kind of looks like Control, maybe? Maybe High Tide? I guess let's find out. I'm going to play a Standstill and see what they want to do. They have decided that that is not worth countering. This could also just be like show and tell, I guess. I'm definitely getting combo vibes. The Fairy's really bad for me. Unfortunately, that happens. think I'm just gonna dress down here, play a dreadnought, let them kill it. They probably have a million answers to it, but it's okay. Card I don't need right now. Plow, probably. Yep, they have a plow. Back to basics. Yeah, I mean, I guess they got me. Game 2. They got my 2 dual lands in my deck. Thankfully, this matchup for us post-board gets much better. Red Blast, Scroll Fate. Daze seems kind of mid. Wasteland seems pretty mid. Alright, we'll try something like... Oh, wait, Plow. What am I thinking? Endings seem okay. I guess on the play I can keep a couple dazes in. We'll try that. This hand's great. Keep. Alright, so they're keeping on 7. I will just jam a turn 2 standstill here. Just snap resolved. You love to see it. But Johnny? Sure. I think I just want to resolve the scroll here. And pass. So they might be playing like a Johnny and Tamio, which means post-board I might want to bring in some plows. Back to basics is fine. I don't care about that. Alright. Let's make a dreadnought. Don't think I need 2 rebs. Okay. They have plow. Okay. So I think I just do this. Another plow. Okay. Stifle. Okay. I feel pretty far ahead in this game. If I can make a Timeless Dragon, they're probably just super dead, burning 2 plows already. Alright, let's get rid of this Daze. Get rid of the Ajani. They're gonna chump, that's fine. Teferi is fine. I think I just manifest my dreadnought here. Alright, we have gotten game 2. So I've gotten a little bit more of a look at their deck and what they're trying to do here. Maybe I do want a couple plows on the draw. Something like this. It's a one lander, but if I hit a second land, it's really good. I'm going to keep it. Ponder's fine. I am going to fetch because they have shown that they are a back to basics deck, so or sorry, that they're a stifle deck. Unstep will brain. And that is a major problem. We are brain locked. Hate to see it. Alright. Well, that's a bummer. I guess we just discard this dreadnought. No, probably the ending. Oh boy. Alright, well, we worked through the brainstorm. They're on 2 land. Brainstorm. I think we do just pyro this. They've shown they have no mana. I'm just gonna counter it. Alright, come on, deck. There we go. So now I think I just pass. I want to dress down during their end step. Ponder's fine. I'm not gonna fight over this one. Quick shuffle, but they found their land. I think I just get 2 non-basics and dress down here. Play a dreadnought. And a standstill. They want to plow, that's fine. I still get my standstill. Alright. Back to basics again. Yeah, I mean, that happens. Not the end of the world. Alright, grabbing the force, pretty clutch here. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna cycle my dragon here. Just gonna play the basic. Johnny. Let's brainstorm. I think I'm gonna let that happen. Just gonna plow this thing. Alright, so let's fetch a basic. And just deploy a standstill. Alright, I like our spot. I think we just play Tundra here and pass. They don't want to tap out into my standstill. Alright, well, let's make a dragon. And just pass here. Standstill's going to draw me 3. And I'm just going to counter this thing. I'm not going to fight over that. I could, but I think getting Dreadnought into play is more important here. Alright, we'll just play a Dreadnought. And pass. Alright, we'll counter this. Alright. They wanted to force it, so they had another ending, sure. So their whole hand was literally entirely removal. Alright, we'll make another dragon. And pass. Yikes, man. Alright, I'm gonna counter this. Certainly there's no way they have another removal spell, right? Okay. I think the play here is to just play the other dragon. So that represents, like, Mystic Sanctuary, I guess? We'll brainstorm here. Do we have another dragon? No, we do not. Oh, this puts them to dead on board, so Plow no longer saves them. No Mystic Sanctuary. Okay. GG's, guys. We are 1-0 in the Legacy League. You'd love to see it. See you for round 2. All right. We're doing this again. Up against Jay Liddy. I don't think this hand's very good. I'm going to toss it back. So they're on Eldrazi. Bottom of Stifle, I guess. All right. So we're just going Flooded Strand Pass here. Opponent is on Eldrazi. Let's hope we can draw a land. We did not. That's going to be rough. All right. They have an eye. Thought-Knot Seer. I think I'm just going to stifle this. That way we can plow it and draw a card. Hmm. I think I'm just going to play the island, actually. Could be a mistake, but that's what I'm doing. Fleshraker's fine. Let's make a dreadnought. And then just pass. Low spell's fine. So if they have, like, Battle Mage in their hand, I'm probably just dead here. This is just like a giant Kozilek's command. Oh, the One Ring. Well, I have to counter that. I don't think I can beat a One Ring. Dress down's pretty good. Alright, so what lands do we want to take out here? I think they have 2 lands that can generate green mana. 3, 4, 5, they have 7. Yeah, let's just do that, I guess. Then during my end step, I will dress down, just so their creatures can't sack for mana. Days was a pretty good draw. Alright, we have gotten game 1. And I've been dying to try out this tech. Price of progress, let's go. On the draw, dazes are a pretty easy cut here. Standstill. Iffy. I kind of like Stubborn Denial. Maybe we'll just try something like this. Seems fine. So the idea in this matchup is you could price them and then hopefully use your land, your Mystic Sanctuary, to put it back on top of your deck, and then price them again. I will keep this hand. Chalice at 1's really bad for me. So I think I'm just going to go land pass here. Fleshraker's fine. Lotus Petal is also quite fine. That one's less fine, but yeah, that happens. Well, Chalice just too strong. Alright, let's go to game 2. That turn 1 Chalice just kind of did me in. Alright, so on the play, I think I just want to try to drag the game out as long as humanly possible. So maybe I just need, like, multiple endings to try to do that. I will keep this somewhat pedestrian hand. Once Upon a Time is fine. Alright, let's just lead on island here and pass. Is this Chalice again? Yeah, that's in. Just gonna play out a Standstill. I probably should have played a Tundra here, but that's okay. I'm hoping that they tap their Ancient Tomb a lot and get their life kind of low, so that I can pop them. They have no interest in that. Just gonna take out their Cavern and pass here. High is fine. Price, that was a good draw. We'll just pass here. Looks like they're gonna Eldrazi command me in the end step. I don't think I want this to happen. So I'm gonna daze. Then what do I discard here? I guess one of my dragons. My goal here is to just try to protect my price of progress. I do need to at some point draw a fetch land. Alright, let's end step cycle here. Get another Tundra. Just gonna play it and pass. That was a good draw. I think I'm just gonna pass though. I really want them to tap their lands more. That's fine. Okay. I think the tech's gonna work. Cavern, yep. So I think now I just go for the price kill. All right. GG's. We are 2-0 in the Legacy League. You love to see it. We'll see you for round 3. All right, round 3. Sorry about this, guys, but game 1 and game 2 actually weren't recorded. So I'm going to have to just use a quick replay. And it looks like I've opened up on a really strong 7. So I'm definitely keeping this. They have Tamiyo and Bauble. So this just looks like Delver. And I think the play here is to just plow Tamiyo. The reason that you don't want to lead on ending is if your plow gets countered and they're able to flip the Tamiyo, you really want to be able to kill the flip Tamiyo with the ending, which is why I always like leading on plow in that situation. Alright, so they're just going fetch pass. So I don't hate our spot here. Our hand is like very strong. We just have dress down. They're just passing. Interesting, so I don't go for the dress down. I'm probably just playing around days here, I would say. Psychic Frog is a little scary. So I'm definitely going to go for a dress down during the end step here. Almost certainly. There it is. Land was also a great draw. Here's a dreadnought, and then I'm going to ending the frog. So they're double fetching, so they have some kind of interaction here. Fatal Push, which I'm going to counter with Stubborn Denial. Daze. Wow, okay. So the ending is still going to end up killing the frog. So Fatal Push, huh? Okay. So now I don't really like our spot too much, but we're still okay. Mystic Sanctuary, that's a good one. Get back the ending. There's a Wasteland that doesn't really do much here. So we're going to end up drawing into ending to kill this Darcy. Ooh, they're forcing. Okay. So I think dress downing to try to find like a daze is probably fine here. Oh, I found a dreadnought, even better. So now we get to deploy our dreadnought. And then just pass. So we're taking 3 here. They have a frog, which is fine. Dress down was a very good draw. So now we get in for 12, and I think during the end step, just dress downing here is probably fine. Or during their upkeep, rather. So we can dress down now. They're not going to be able to draw with their frog. We rip into a force, and GG. We have won game 1. Game 2. I've opened up on a very solid hand. I will certainly keep this. Opponent leads on Bauble. They are fetching. And looks like they're just passing. So they get to draw a card off Bauble here. I draw Force, which is awesome. My hand's just kind of loaded with answers to whatever they're going to try to do. They brainstorm, deploy a Tamiyo. I'll probably just end up plowing the Tamiyo. Yep. So Tamiyo is plowed. Our hand is pretty stacked. Wasteland does hurt a little bit. But we have this frog covered. Another fetch land's a great draw. Just gonna fetch a volcanic here and just red blast this frog. And they have a Murktide region. I contemplate Force of Willing it, decide it's not worth it because it's only a 4/4. I kind of just want to go over the top, I think, of the Murktide with the Dreadnought. We'll see. Very interesting to see if I should have Force of Willed the Murktide region. I almost did. I elected not to, though. Now we're going to dress down during their end step. I draw a plow anyway, so never punished. And we're just going to plow the Murktide here. I have a counter for the Fatal Push, but they have a Pyroblast for my counter, so now suddenly I feel like I'm in trouble. I felt way ahead this whole game, and now I just don't feel that way anymore. They're flipping their Tamiyo. We have that covered with the ending. So we're going to Wasteland them and just end the Tamiyo. We are down on cards here, but looks like they don't have much. They just pass, and now we're just playing Drago. So they're just passing. We draw Dreadnought, which was a fantastic draw. And they're fetching for Darcy, okay? So we're going to end step this dress down. Draw another force, okay? And an ending. So we ending the Darcy, play the Dreadnought. And pass. They don't Fatal Push right away. Interesting. Now they Fatal Push. Okay, so I'm going to let them surveil and try to fight over this. I am able to force the fatal push. All right, we'll get in there for 12. Do they have the third fatal push? Well, we will find out. They do. I draw a Standstill, so I'm just going to pass here. Brainstorm for Bauble. And unfortunately, I believe I boarded out my Mystic Sanctuary, so I can't get back. Oh, wait, no, I do have Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, sweet. So I can get back the ending. And now I could try to ending the Darcy here. But they have Force. So it's probably going to be game. It's pretty much over now. Another Darcy. And yeah, I dressed down here trying to find something. But we're going to be going to game 3. And that's game. All right, game 3. I'm going to certainly fetch a basic here. Timeo's fine. Just gonna ending her. And pass. I think I just play a Standstill here. Brainstorm's fine. All right, we're in. Love to see it. Not really sure what color I want to take out with this Wasteland. The frog is quite strong. Yeah, I mean, that just happens. Unfortunate. I have 4 plows, 3 endings, and 3 red blasts to deal with this. Well, let's brainstorm. I will daze this. Because I can. Alright, there we go. That's what I wanted to see, deck. Sanctuary can go back. And a Wasteland, I guess. Do we want to plow? I think in case they have Wasteland, I would rather red blast this thing. I guess we can stand still. Alright, GG. So just like that, guys, we are 3-0 in the Legacy League. See you for round 4. Do I want to keep this somewhat pedestrian hand? I think I do. It's a little risky, but I was on the play, I don't think this is a keep, but on the draw, it seems a lot more reasonable to keep it. Swamp Thoughtsy, sure, have a peek. So opponent appears to just be on blue-black Reanimator. Probably take my Daze or Force. Oh, they took my Plow, interesting. Well, I'm going to play the card that they know about. And pass. Standstill was a good draw, but we still don't have a land here. I will fight over an Entomb. I think I also am supposed to fight over this. Like, they missed a land drop. So I think I'm just going to stifle this. Alright, so they had two of them. Is what it is, I guess. I'm going to daze this. So their hand is probably, like, pretty garbage. But then again, our hand's, like, not very good either. So we desperately have needed a second land, like, this whole game. Just slam this Standstill. Entomb, huh? That makes it a lot more scary. I think I'm gonna let that happen, though. I, like, desperately need to find lands here. Alright, there we go. I think I hide the Plow on top. Do it like that. I'm gonna daze this. I think picking up my island. Alright, they just let that go. So if I don't play Standstill, I'll have Dress Down Daze plus Force as interaction for this card. It's probably correct to just play Standstill, though. They do want to fight over it. I think I'm gonna daze it. Standstill's in. Alright, so we have one game won. We just bring in a bunch of removal. Dazes can come out. I think on the draw, Stifles aren't very good. Scroll Fate, pretty decent in this matchup. I'm gonna take out the Sanctuary. Do something like this. Alright, game two. Hand's great. I will keep this. Cameo, yep. I think I will allow a daze on this. Again, I'm leading on plow and not ending because if they flip the Tameo, I want to be able to end the Tameo. Is really the main reason that I do it that way. So Tameo's going to get a clue, that's fine. Yep. And I have that covered with my ending. So this is why I've started plowing the Tameo first, so that when they do flip it, then you have the ending to kill the Planeswalker. Another Scroll of Fate, not exactly the best. Let's ending the Tameo. And then just pass. Thoughtseize, sure, have a peek. They probably just take Standstill here, honestly. They could be afraid of the Dreadnought, though. Oh, they took Stubborn Denial. Weird. Oh, okay, they had double Thoughtseize. So now they have to take Standstill. Yep. Land's our best draw, by far. Oh, Plow isn't bad. Upkeep and Tomb, sure, you got it. I think I'm just gonna pack it up. Like, I'm gonna be able to plow the Atraxa. They're gonna draw like 6 cards. I think I'm just dead here. They had a very strong draw that game. Alright, so on the play, I think I want my Dazes back in. Stubborn Denials can come out. Maybe one ending. Something like this seems fine. Maybe on the play I want Stifles over the Scrolls. Try to do a little bit of Mana Screw. His hand looks very, very sketchy to me. I think I'm gonna mull it. So I like upkeep Brainstorm on their turn. Hope they hit a second land. I don't know. It seems weak. Alright, this hand is much better. So we definitely keep this. We bought him Force of Will? Or do we just bought him Wasteland? Maybe it's Force. Not sure about that one. Well, I am definitely going to try to brainstorm here. So I think I just daze their days. That's fine. Let them take either a plow or an ending. We know they led on the Underground Sea, so one of the cards in their hand is a land. Really need to find just like a Standstill. So we know they're still sitting on at least a Underground Sea. I mean, I guess we'll kill it. I don't think we're going to be mana screwing them this game, though. I think I want to upkeep Brainstorm, or they can Bowmaster me. Okay, Standstill. Pretty good draw. I'm not hopeful it's going to resolve, but I will jam it. We know one of the cards in their hand is an Underground Sea. Force of Negation. Sure, you got it. Alright. Just playing some Drago here. I think during their end step, I'm going to dress down. So try to find some lands here. Man, this is brutal. Okay. Well, I'm certainly not going to fight over their fetch land, I don't think. I really need to start drawing some lands, though. Alright, let's dress down again. Brainstorm's pretty good. Let's Brainstorm. Alright, those were pretty good cards to find. I think we put away the Stifle in the ending. And then just pass here. I will Stifle this Wasteland if they go for it. Alright, well, doesn't look like they're going to, so I'm just going to cycle. Yep, that's fine. I'm just going to get another Tundra, actually. Alright, we'll just play a land and pass. I feel pretty ahead, but you never know. Yep, Frog's fine. End of turn, I'm just going to plow it. And dress down. Force of Will isn't the worst. Let's Brainstorm. Wow, we're both pretty flooded here. So I'm pretty certain that they're sitting on, like, multiple removal in their hand. It's the only thing I could think of. Brainstorm's fine. Ponder, yep. Another Ponder, yeah. They did not shuffle that time. Reanimate Timeless Dragon, huh? Well, let's exile it. And I guess exile one of their cards as well. Alright, I'm just gonna shuffle during their end step here. Guess I'll get a volcanic. Punish for taking out my Mystic Sanctuary. That would actually be kind of decent here. Alright, best draw here is just like a Standstill. A dragon would be good. Alright, there's a dragon. Just gonna hard cast it. So now I think we've turned the corner here. I would say we're pretty far ahead at this point. Alright, looks like they're just passing. Red Blast, that was a very good draw here. Because now I can back up my force with a Reb. We'll just pass. Standstill, great draw. I think I play it. I think I just counter this. Alright. And just like that, guys, we are 4-0 going for the trophy. We'll see you for the trophy match. We're up against a Yorion deck with not a very good hand. I think I'm going to take a mulligan. I think I'm just going to keep it and pray I draw a Mana Source. I think I'm kind of just all in on Dreadnought here. Mother Runes is fine. Come on, deck. Don't think I can afford to wasteland them here. Stoneforge Mystic. I think I just have to counter this. Hope to draw land, I guess. Play this Standstill. Come on, deck. There we go. Definitely going to play the Standstill first. I think that's just correct, having the Timeless in my hand. I'm just going to kind of work down the amount of cards that are in their hand. Alright, they're passing. Let's see if they miss a land drop. If they do, I might be more incentivized to want to waste them. They left that one on top, though, so it's probably just a land. It is. Okay. Looks like they're cracking it. Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Well, let's cycle. Get my Tundra. So now we will waste one of their lands. Play a land and pass. Because we can cycle this timeless too. Alright, let's take a look at our sideboard, what we're going to bring in. Endings and scrolls, basically. They do play quite a few non-basics. I wonder if we could get them with the old Price of Progress surprise ambush. Hard to say. Alright, so end step, let's cycle. And I think we just jam a dragon here. We only have 3 cards in hand. Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp is fine. That's pretty good. Johnny is also fine. So we know one of the cards in their hand is just Yorion. Let's dress down. See what we can find. Another land. Not overly optimistic that maybe I get Mystic Sanctuary. Get back Force. Yeah. So we know one of their cards is Yorion. We just have to hope that their interaction is not Plow. Get in there for 5, yep. Yep. Let's take out the Caracas. So they go to 5. Alright. They drew the Plow. I mean, I have to counter this. Like, I feel like they would have plowed last turn if they had it, so if they had it this whole time. Oh, alright. We got there. Whew. They have a lot of non-basics. I wonder if I should just try to cheese them out with the prices. Like, is this a Price of Progress cheesing? It would be funny. I feel like they might get dunked on by this Price of Progress, not knowing it's coming. Well, I can't keep this, so we'll take a mulligan. I'm so far away from Scroll of Fate. I think that's the bottom here. Have to force this. Gonna pitch Dress down. Timeless Dragon, not a bad draw. Johnny up. I'm just gonna plow the Ajani with the token on the stack here. If I draw a land, I will be jamming this Standstill. Come on, deck. I need a land. Thank you. So I'm definitely taking 2 here. They're probably not going to break it, I'd imagine. Ooh, they had a land. They are going to break it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you have a Stoneforge. I have ending for that. Am I actually concerned about this Stoneforge? I don't know if I am. I feel like the Lion Sash is a bigger issue. Interesting spot. I mean, I guess it's possible they could have, like, Cauldra in their hand, so maybe still hitting this is correct, but I'm not too convinced that's the right play there. Like, maybe I'm just supposed to hit their token. Oh, they drew a Wasteland. Okay. That's going to be pretty good here. Well, if I can manage to draw, like, a Dress Down, it'll be really good here. Best draw here is easily by far Stifle. It's not even close. Or Dress Down. Alright, well, I need to draw land here. I am deceased. On to game 3. I think the prices are a little too cute. They're not actually good, right? Just kind of funny, more than anything. Force of Will seems a lot less good on the play. Just try something like this, seems fine. I am actually going to keep this on the backbone of my Scroll of Fate. Elegant Parlor, sure. It's possible I should have just played a basic there. It's fine. I don't even think I'm going to bother plowing that thing yet. And as I say that, I immediately get punished. I'm just going to get all basics here. Then play my scroll. And pass. Another one, yep. Mother Rune, sure. I will trade with this thing. Alright, well, let's plow the other one. Because I have this Brainstorm in my hand. Found the Standstill. So I think now I just go Standstill. That should create a lot of advantage here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's make a guy. Good draw. I think we just pass. I have another dreadnought coming. We'll cycle. So let's think here for a second. Probably just correct to just make a guy here. And just pass. Just kill him with flyers. They're gonna blink in the Caldera, that's fine. Because like we can have lethal flyers here. They put the Vista into their graveyard, okay. Or do I even actually need to? That card, I think, is a bit too strong here. Alright, end step. Let's make a guy. Plow is an excellent draw. I think I just attack with this, though. Put them down to 5. And then we just cycle. Then I think what we do is we just unmorph the dreadnought during their end step. Another bombardier, sure. Block here. Block here. I will respond. And now I think they're just dead. All right. Guys, we did it. We have gotten the trophy with Jeskai DREADSTILL. All right. Let's go. So, all right, I want to go over the deck. Because I've made a few changes as I was going through the league. I kind of realized the deck had issues. So, The mountain and the sideboard when you're on the Mystic Sanctuary should definitely just be a plateau. I don't really know why. Yeah, it absolutely should just be a plateau. I cut the Stubborn Denials and just added in endings over them. I think it's probably a little bit better. And I also think that the deltas need to just be Scalding Tarns. So the changes I've made since I posted the video, 3 Scalding Tarns, because they can grab Plateau and the Mystic Sanctuary and everything else. I think the Stubborn Denials are probably a little too cute. I mean, they're fine. They were pretty good in a lot of spots. So I'm really not sure about that yet. But the Price of Progresses and the Red Blast and everything were pretty solid. So yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the league. And hey, DREADSTILL back on top.
Cut!